We are underway now, the McDonald family. We're going over to the barn, and then these guys are going to school today. After school, we're going to Ohio, minus Ollie, who has a baseball tournament this weekend. It's going to be busy for him straight through the rest of the school/summer season. He's already played 2 games. I missed them both, but I won't miss the tournament this weekend. Saturday I'll miss, but not Sunday. I'll be here. I'll be back for Ollie's games on Sunday. So
The first 2 games.
it doesn't matter. We'll be back Saturday night, buddy. Don't worry about that. So yesterday I didn't bring you guys a video because I just trained Lovers Play. I trained Sedona Hill. Really the question surrounding Lovers Play was her AST down low enough where she could train? It was a little high, to be honest. But as I said to the veterinarian, Doc, she hasn't trained in over 11 days. She has to train. So if she can't train today, she may as well be scratched. So we had run some fluids into her. Waited about an hour as I was working on Sedona, and then went out with her and went 1.25 miles. She felt fantastic. Now, how is she going to be training? I don't know, but it was just one of those things where, timing-wise, it was either go or be scratched on Saturday. And after, I kept a very close eye on her. I was there for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour after, and Lovers Play was bouncing in the stall and felt great. Cooled out really nice. Didn't really get her heart rate up or anything in the training mile. So, Addie, what, sweetheart? No, you can't have it after school. It's going to get too cold. Just drink what you want. We'll throw the rest in. It's all right. I already had a bunch of it. Good girl. So, Lovers Play was very good. Her AST is a little high, and she's going to have to be a trooper on Saturday. But you know what? If yesterday was any indication, she's certainly up for it. Sedona Hill, a little trickier. I don't really know what went on with Sedona Hill. I went with Sedona Hill the day before, and Joe Cramp did. She ran all over the track, lost a shoe. I had the blacksmith come in, we put the shoes on her, but when I went back out with her, I didn't really find her that much better, and I couldn't say that there was any soreness, any mechanical issues that I could see. She didn't seem uncomfortable. I don't really know. Was it a growth spurt? We took her blood. Her AST was perfect. It was a bit of a phantom issue. I don't really know what it was. So I tinkered with her, came back in, added a bunch of weight to her, took all her boots off, went out and trained her, and she felt awesome. I went 3/8 of a mile with her. I didn't want to stretch her too hard, but I went a good 3/8 of a mile with her, almost racehorse speed, and she was exceptionally good. So I want to make sure she's good. Amy's going with her on Saturday, and we're all going in the race bikes. So I wanted to make sure that Sedona Hill was dialed in and ready to go. What I saw was 2 fillies that were ready to dance on Saturday. Now, Lovers Play, mentally, she's right there. Physically, there's no dancing around the fact that her AST is still up. But as I said, I think she's going to be a trooper on Saturday. She's got a great work ethic, that filly. And I did not get to go with 3rd and 6. I just didn't want to push too hard. I'm confident that the shoeing changes we made on him after I went with him on Wednesday, I'm confident that they'll help him. Will they help him in time for Saturday? I don't know, but I think what I saw was a horse actually going in the right direction the other day and not the opposite, which, quite frankly, I was concerned I would see. And it was, as I said, quite the opposite. I thought he was doing his work well, and not only doing his work well, but felt like he wanted to do it better. It's a big start. So last night, I had told Dominic yesterday, Harry was in a tough spot with Merchant Man. A qualifier in 58 for what the maidens are going right now was not going to be sufficient. Although his line looked good last night, 58, 27 and 1 on the end of it. So that was good. I was happier with that. But he's got some starts. He's got some room. The thing I like about Merchant Man is, 1, his attitude's fine. His attitude is fine. And 2, he does everything perfect right now. So I'm happy with the way Merchant Man seems on the track right now. 5 fish species, again, 58 last quarter and 30 seconds. She didn't really look like she was up into it. I think for maybe both of them, call an audible. I don't know if Woodbine's a place and Mohawk's a place for them. The old school thinking of this would just be to race them into shape. Follow, and they'll catch up. I hate that. I hate that so much. I always want our horses in a place they can do some good. So I guess I'm left thinking, what do we do? I guess another strong prep, if we're planning on sending her to the Excelsior Series, another strong prep before that or two, quite frankly. I guess I can bite my lip and muscle through it. Because I just don't think that maybe sending her to London or Flamborough just to get a win in 2-3, 2-2 on her card is going to do her much good for the rest of the summer. And quite frankly, her gait is nice. She's sound. I just don't know. She's a little rickety down the backstretch. I hadn't talked to Sylvain, but when I talked to the caretaker at the track, they said, Mario had asked the same thing, and he said she was fine. She didn't seem in bad at all. She just needs some work. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. So, 5 fish species, I guess. Hold the line for now and see if she progresses enough where we can send her to Vernon on the 29th would be, I guess, the fairest path for her right now, at least discussion-wise. Merchant Man, I mean, he's not a stake horse, but he's a useful maiden. Obviously, you can trot 27 in piece on the end of it, race him a few more times, and if we don't like, if he doesn't get to that 56, maybe even 55 mark, then again, he's a horse we may move on. And Cunning Connie went, and I mean, it's unfair to Connie. Connie is not a stake horse. She's a prospect, or maybe a I was going to say Buckeye, maybe a grassroots slash prospect filly. Certainly not a Mohawk sire stake filly. And last night was just the wrong place to have her. And I think that was my fault. Dominic had said, well, the only classes available on the B tracks were like the condition claimer. Yeah, well, she's got I think 75% allowance as a 3-year-old trotting filly. At some point, we if she's not a Mohawk horse, she has to be a Flamborough and London horse, and she's got too much money made for the City of London series. So find her a spot, and if that is where she has to go, then that is where she has to go. And if she's not going to be a very what we would consider an effective filly, then you know exactly where she's going to go, and that's going to be up for sale. And I know there's going to be some people say, "Wow, she was such a nice filly last year." Was she? I mean, she was a grassroots filly. That's what she was all year. Just a even Steven, even Steven kind of filly that did her work well. So I guess in that regard she was, but she's not going to be a Mohawk horse. She's going to be a 58, 59 trotter right now for the foreseeable future. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the same token, if it's not going to have you doing good things in the prospect series of the grassroots, then I mean, goes without saying, she probably will have to go up for sale. So as I get here to the barn right now, it's been a great week. Can't fault any of the horses last night, even Connie. I'm not angry at Connie. Connie just can't trot 55. It's not her fault. And the same goes for the other two. They did what they could do last night. So anybody that was disappointed, your expectations are maybe a little high, because what I saw was 3 horses that did everything they could last night. Addie, video button. Yeah, I don't see why not, man. So with that, I'm at the barn. We're going to go out. We're going to train some horses. There may even be a video here. Who knows? But for now, Ava, if that dumps out because you're doing it half-assed, we're going to have a problem. Thank you. But for right now, I'm going to let you guys go. Big day ahead today, tomorrow in training, qualifying. We got my 1%. I know I have 3 to school with Dominic. Brace is one of them. So a big day ahead. I will talk to you all very soon. Have a great day. It is a dandy day already. 17 and sunny, going up to 27. Doesn't get much better than this. Take care.